am I ever going to be good enough? Is this ever going to get better? You know, am I going to have friends? Where are my friends? Why do I have so many rifts with people? You know, I am in my early 40s and it's tough, guys. I will tell you, you know, if you are out there wondering, is this going to get better? Like, is this going to stabilize? You know, no progression is linear, right? There are ups and downs. If you kind of like think of your stock market, or you know, you look at a retirement plan, things go up, things plateau, things go down, things plateau, they go up, 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 up. You know, as long as you're not seeing a steady decline, obviously there are improvements that happen gradually, and sometimes they're hard to see, kind of, especially in longer swaths of time. You know, you may, like, you know, today I'm feeling very much like I kind of had a BPD episode back last week, and I just felt very overwhelmed about several things: money, business, friendships, and I was starting to spiral. I've done a few videos on spiraling. Please check those out. Dysregulation, the dysregulation highway, how to stop it, how to get off. And, you know, I just kind of started lashing out and calling some people out on their bullshit, you know, like one was a kind of a new friend, and we were going to go walk dogs at like 8 o'clock, and she was like, yeah, I'll definitely text you when we go out, we'll get together. I'm like, awesome. 8 o'clock came and went. It was 8:30 and I never heard from her, and I was like, and it irritated me. It was a small thing, but it was a small thing on top of a lot of other small things that day. And I was like, hey bud, this is the text I sent, hey bud, thanks for texting. And she's like, well, I didn't go out, my boyfriend offered to take the dog out instead. And I just like didn't reply. You know, it's just, I think that response for me comes out of just do what you say you're going to do. And I know that that's, you know, obviously I could be like, okay, well, I didn't hear from her, like, things happen, you know, that's definitely an approach I could take. But another approach you could take as well, and you're going to have to determine which one is most effective in your situation. Remember, we don't like to use words like right or wrong. We like to use things like the words effective, most productive, what's the best outcome for your goal. These are kind of the ways that you should try to frame things. But instead I chose the approach of, are we friends or not? Like, why do you think it's okay to blow me off? You know, whatever your standards are for friends, you know, I know a lot, you know, I have some people that I look up to, and they'll say something to me like, you know, well, just always assume the best intentions out of people. So if you don't hear from them, don't assume they're blowing you off. I guess if you haven't lived through a lot of trauma in your life, or you know, don't have a mental illness or personality disorder or a bunch of trauma and neglect and invalidation that's happened to you for decades over time, maybe that would be a very easy thought pattern to adopt, you know, to assume that what people do in life doesn't have ill intent. But unfortunately, and I'm sure you, if you're watching this, have seen that dark side. You've seen what people can do. You've seen their evilness. You've seen their manipulation, their anger, their violence, their abuse, the terror that comes with that. So yeah, it's really hard for me to assume that people aren't doing something without ill intention. Now, I know that I have to extend that grace to people and wait and see. It doesn't mean now I completely go and black and white flip and be like, oh, well, okay, in the past I've been like, everyone's out to get me, so now I have to have the adopted mentality of everyone loves me and has nothing but great intentions for me, right? There's no black and white. You gotta land in the middle, which means you have to give people chances to prove themselves, show themselves. And that's why, you know, in a lot of my videos about relationships, I talk about observing patterns. You have to look at patterns of behavior. Do people blow you off commonly? Are they, do they keep telling you they're going to do something and they don't do something? You know, that's the kind of thing that you can take to the bank as proof. Like, I'm not hearing from you. You know, you told me you were going to reach out to me 4 times and I didn't hear from you. I don't like that, right? I mean, and so I had a few of these things happen this week, and it made me feel very lonely. And it made me go into this regressive place of, well, I'm on my own, fuck everybody. There is some strength in knowing that you can do things on your own, for sure. I wish more people had that ability to take care of business on their own, but also, you know, it made me sad and felt alone and like, I don't know. So I guess what I'm saying is that things do get better with BPD. Remember, kind of not linear. It's a graph, it grows. But the pain is still very real. I don't think that really ever goes away, guys. How you deal with it changes. Hopefully the severity of it changes. The length of time that you're in distress shortens as you get older and learn these skills. It's difficult. And it's taxing, and when you are feeling depleted, when you feel emotionally run over, when you've been crying for, you know, a couple hours and then you feel like totally exhausted, you know, days later, and you're trying to recover, it can very much feel like you're not making progress, but you are. And I encourage you to write down those little progressions, because they, again, can escape your mind when you're talking about swaths of time. So think of things that you've done over the last month, the last year, the last 5 years that you didn't used to do before. So for me, a thing that I would very commonly do is just block people. I'm done. You're done. You've upset me. I'm upset. I'm blocking. I don't do that anymore. I mean, sometimes if it's needed, yeah, but I don't just automatically block someone. So that's something that's different, right? I don't, when I'm angry or I'm not hearing from somebody, I don't completely blow up the situation so that I never leave room for the door to be open again, right? You know, I'm not like, you motherfucker, don't you ever contact me again. I mean, I may be firm. This is bullshit. I haven't heard from you. This is not cool. What the fuck? You know, I reach out to you when I'm busy. Like, what the hell? So those are some upward progressions for me. I hope this has been helpful, and until I see you next time, please